Hi, it's been a while. Please ignore everything that's going behind me. I was gone for 2 months. I was staying with my sister in the States. So unpacking takes a while and it's a little disorganized, and I've been back for a week now, and I got here the day before I started classes again. So also ignore my forehead. I'm breaking out because I'm about to start my period, which is also really fun and great. As you can tell, got a nose piercing. This is what the video is about. The title, this big surprise. But I kind of want to talk about it because I've been wanting a piercings. Well, I had an industrial bar. I think one of these two, I don't remember. But I had to take it out because I've never said the story. No, I'm not embarrassed, but before I was like, oh, I'm embarrassed. But in school, I don't know what it's called in English, but in Spanish it's called piojos. So basically they like jump kid to kid, and I guess I sat where someone who had them, and so they passed them to me. And to take them out, you need to like put medicine and kind of like with like a very fine comb go like so I was afraid that they would rip it out, so I took it out. But also it would always end up like red because I would sleep on it. I obviously had permission from my parents. I think I was 16, I don't know, but too young for the responsibilities. But like whatever. But now I'm 26. It was my birthday. I'm 26 now. And so I got this piercing literally like 2 days before I left. I've only had it since the 22nd, and let's talk about it. So first, I was really back and forth on it. I have been for a while because I can't show you, but I have scars. And they kind of like, I was like, I don't know if I have keloid scars or not. So I asked the piercer, and he was basically like, I will check. He told me I don't. He said that usually depending on how like the surgeon stitches your skin, sometimes it varies, and it does, because right here on my stomach, because I got my gallbladder taken out, it is very like, it's not bad because it was with stitches, whereas the one on my back, it was done with staples, and that one is very different. Like they look completely different, and I'm like, I see. So I was kind of worried about that, but there hasn't been anything, And then my worry, so I'm going to talk about my worries, things that I didn't think about that I probably should have thought about, and what I'm dealing with now. So anyways, that was one of my worries. And then the other one was just getting something on my face, which is basically a hole. But I don't know if you, like, I have like pores, yeah, on my nose. So I was kind of like, it's whatever. No one's gonna pay attention to my nose, to that detail, so it's fine. So I was thinking about it the whole entire day, and I was like, you know what, if you're thinking about it so much, just do it. So it cost me $65, and the process in itself, so he was like, I told him like I don't want to see the needle because needles give me like heebie-jeebies. Like, so he basically told me to close my eyes, told me to like breathe in for 2 seconds and then breathe out for like 3 seconds, or vice versa, one of those two. And then he said, okay, now I'm gonna do it. And it was pain, but it wasn't painful. It wasn't like an honestly, out of 1 out of 10, it was a 3, and it only hurt in that moment. So it hurt obviously when it went in. Then it hurt a little bit more when the jewelry is being placed, and then it hurt. Like, the whole entire process hurts, but it's nothing that you can't handle. Like, I truly believe like it's not that painful. It really isn't. That it's like, it's intolerable, and it's not even like, oh my god, like, no. And he said to me, you're gonna have to take like, I don't want to give like doses just in case, because I don't know if you're worried about it, but he told me to take ibuprofen, and he was like, it's gonna feel like you've been literally, sometimes I hear things, the house creaks or whatever. Anyways, it's gonna feel like someone slapped you or punched you in the face. And I was like, okay. It immediately, like, I could immediately, it felt to me like I tend to sometimes get really bad headaches. It felt like that. It felt like right here, and the headache would just go like this. I didn't really feel a lot here. I just felt it here. And then my eyes started watering, and I was like, oh my god, I'm crying. He's like, no, you're not crying. It's just, it like has to do with your sinuses. So like your eyes immediately start watering. And I was like, oh, so I'm still like, I'm a badass. I'm kidding. But so I took ibuprofen maybe like 2 hours later, because we went to get the spray. I do have like the spray. It's like, it's I think think it's Nail Med. I found one that like saline spray solution. I know this varies piercer to piercer, but the one who pierced me told me get like little, like the makeup, the Q-tip makeup ones, and spray it with the saline and just go one Q-tip on the outside and the other one on the inside 3 times a day during the first 4 weeks, and then you can go to transition to 2 times a week. I mean 2 times a day, not a week. And then just go from there. But anyway, so I was buying that and then food, and then so I ended up taking the medicine later, and that was the moment. So I didn't know that I had to take ibuprofen. I mean, you don't have to, but he said he really recommends it because you're gonna like, obviously it's gonna like, how do you say that in English? I don't know, but you know what I mean, because obviously there's like a little like needle went through you, like your body's gonna inflame I guess. So he's like, it's better to prevent that and to kind of, you could go on ahead than have it like, you know. So I was like, okay. So that to me was the worst part of it, was psyching myself up to take those medications. And then I only took the doses that he recommended the first time, and he said 4 hours later take, lower the dose, and then I only took twice. So the first doses that he recommended, and the second one I only took 1 pill. So yeah, if you're gonna go get it, and that's, if you're like worried about pills, maybe ask, or just get the liquid. I completely forgot that there's the liquid option. I was like, completely forgot about that. So yeah, I did that, and I could feel throbbing the first 2 days, but I was fine. He asked me like, okay, what side do you sleep? And I sleep on my back, but I end up sleeping on this side. And then he asked me what was my selfie side. They do ask you that, and I'm like, this side. So he's like, oh. But the thing is, I think a lot of people, the transition is hard because people kind of like wipe their face with a towel like this, and like, but I'm always very like gentle with my face because my mom has always told me to be gentle with my face. So when I dry my face, I always tap my face. When I go to sleep, I don't like squish my face. I kind of go like sleep like this. So all those things I already had like a pre-habits. So when I had to do this, it wasn't like, I'm not going to be accidentally like ripping it out with some people. Like, no, like I'm very like, obviously there are times, I remember one time I was really, really tired. I think it was the day that I was traveling back here, and I accidentally went like this, and the moment I felt it, I was like, oh, because it's just like, my brain was just tired. So sometimes that does happen when I'm just awake, that I just go, or in the shower one time I was like, so like little things kind of do happen, but I feel as long as you're gentle with it, it's fine. Also, don't be touching it because it's like basically kind of like an open wound, and you touch it, like your fingers aren't clean during the entire day, even if you put like hand sanitizer, you really need to clean them and stuff. So I tried to avoid touching it as much as I can. He did tell me that 4 weeks in, you need to go back. Obviously I'm not in the same country, but it's kind of, he said it's a choice. You go back because sometimes the bar, like this thingy that they put you, sometimes it's too big or too, like it needs to be smaller, but if it's not bothering you, you can keep the same one. So for me, it's, I'm not at the 4-week mark yet, but I guess we'll just see. He also said that it takes 4 to 9 months to heal completely. I guess it really depends on people's bodies. Some people might be 4 months and they're done. Other people, like, again, this varies piercer to piercer. Like, I watched a lot of online videos. Some were like, oh, in like a year you'll fine. Others were like 6 months. So I think just kind of be kind and take things slow. I see a lot of people being like, oh, like heal your piercing in like 5 weeks, and it's like, you can't accelerate the healing of your body. It's just a thing that your body does and can do. So yeah, but I hoop. So that is one thing that I've read a lot, that you shouldn't be piercing with a hoop because your nose can't heal it properly, because the hoop is constantly moving and it's like a little hoop, whereas it's just like the straight bar. I remember this one girl, she got pierced with the hoop, and she would always have like those little bumps on her nose, and she would always put like salt and lemon. I don't know if that's good. I don't think it would be, but like whatever. But so yeah, I personally I'm probably just gonna keep this for like the straight year, and then I'd be like, let's see what happens. But yeah, so now things that I didn't think to consider is, I'm fine with the whole cleaning it like 3 times a day, but it's gonna be a little bit disgusting, a little bit TMI, but obviously your nose produces snot. It's just a thing, right? And you can't be like like paper, like a napkin, or like it's not like there's literally a piercing right in it, right? And so you really need to, when you're cleaning it, it's a lot. Or sometimes you get like a runny nose. So those things I did not think about. And the amount of times that it unconsciously, I guess, my nose is like there's something in there, so I kind of want to go like this on the inside, and I'm like, oh wait, you can't do that. So I think those things you don't really think about, of like, obviously I guess if you're someone who has like a lot of severe allergies or like always blowing your nose, you'd probably be like, yeah, maybe a nose piercing isn't for me. But I just didn't think about it, and now I'm like, because it does, like, this nose is completely like fine in the sense of like, if I have a runny nose, then I can just put like a napkin or tissues. That's what I'm tissues, right? This one you just kind of go like this and kind of just be like, get a Q-tip if I'm at home. So yeah, there's those things to think about. And also putting, like, I remember he said to me, like, you're not gonna be able to wear for makeup. I don't wear face makeup, so I was fine with that, but I didn't think about the creams. And I do put cream like up to here and up to here. Like, I leave this entire section like not touched, but my skin was really drying out there because obviously you have the saline spray and you try to like take it off a little bit, but it was still like really drying out. And I was like, so yeah, that's things that I would consider. It's just really two things that I probably should have thought about. But yeah, also kind of like, again, even though I got it like 2 days before I was leaving, like traveling internationally, but also I saw some people being like, oh, should I get this before or after my vacation, or blah blah. And it's like, if you're going to the beach or stuff, don't get it. Because I know this one girl that right now she got it, and she has, in college, she has to see like water sports related activities, and now she has to miss out like 4 weeks, which I think it's only 4 classes, but still, it's like, you gotta, sometimes you don't think about that, you're just like, oh, blah blah, but like, you really want to make sure your nose and your, because it's like, okay, your piercing rejects, you take it out, but like, it could leave like stuff, like damage on your nose, so you just gotta keep everything like kosher, everything good. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I got to say. I've only been at it for, what is today, 31st, so 9 days. It's only been 9 days. It doesn't hurt. I know sometimes it's tender still, but it doesn't hurt. It's not throbbing. I still do the saline 3 times a day. And that's pretty much it. It really, yeah. And I did get, hold on, can you see it? It's like colored, like, he said that the kind of like color to the lights, the borealis lights, whatever. Because he was like, it costs $65, but if you want like gold, it'd be like another additional $65. And I was like, no. This one is like whatever it is. But to find the piercer, I literally just googled like where I was piercings, and then I looked at the reviews, and I looked at their Instagram, and I looked at the pictures, and I looked at their clients. So if you're somewhere that you don't really know, and people around you don't really have like a point of references, because sometimes people in your life just don't get piercings, so I would try to do that. And yeah, it was pretty quick. It was literally like, what, less than like 30 minutes. Got in, signed some forms. He asked me some questions, gave me instructions on how to clean it, what to expect, what not to do, and then I was on my merry way, and that was it. Yep, that was it. So it's a short video. I don't really have a lot to like ramble about. Oh, another thing. So I do like this, right? Because sometimes your nose just itches, you know? And what I did is, the first day, literally the first couple days, is I would move my nose. You don't realize how much you move your nose. I didn't know I moved my nose. I didn't know I flared my nose so much, because obviously since it was like the first 2 days, it was tender, but I kept on doing it because I was like, if I keep my nose still, then it's going to take like a harder time to heal in my brain. That's what I was thinking, right? Because if my nose just naturally moves a lot, or like I move it a lot, then I need to kind of like teach the piercing that it's going to be moving. So I scrunch my nose. I do like this because it's something that I always do. So it's kind of like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, that's the logic that I'm going with, that I can't just be like, because it's not realistic to keep my nose completely like, we're not moving. Like, no. Like, so yeah, that's it. That's my last little tidbit. I'm back now. I haven't filmed, I haven't uploaded anything in 2 months because I was working. A working girl, and I was also traveling and having fun. It was nice, dude. Now I'm back here. Oh, and I'm getting my third. So I already graduated from advertising. I'm studying psychology, and I'm doing a double program with business administration. So I'm gonna be busy next 4 years. Yeah, I graduate when I'm 29, which I don't mind, to be honest. But yeah. Also, I'm trying to do Fiverr. If any of you are watching have done it before or like can give me tips, that'd be great. I'm probably gonna do about digital marketing or like translations because I speak English and Spanish. So yeah, that's it. I don't know why I just did a little mini life update there, but it is what it is. And yeah, I should be doing homework, but here I am doing this.